What if I told you the world's fastest hypercar company is already preparing for a future where gasoline no longer exists? Not with bigger batteries, not with louder electric motors, but with an engine that still breathes, still roars, and still delivers Bugatti performance without a single drop of gasoline. It sounds impossible until you look at the engineering. For more than a century, Bugatti has chased one goal above everything else: build the impossible. From the legendary Type 35 to the Veyron and later the Chiron, Bugatti never followed the automotive industry. It forced the industry to follow Bugatti. But now the company faces a challenge unlike anything before: not building a faster car, building one that can survive a future where gasoline may no longer dominate the roads. At first, the obvious answer seemed to be electric power: instant torque, silent acceleration, zero tailpipe emissions. But for Bugatti, something was missing: emotion. Because a Bugatti isn't just about numbers, it's about the violent heartbeat of an engine pushing physics to its limits. So imagine a team of engineers asking a different question. What if the engine didn't disappear? What if the fuel did? Instead of gasoline, this next-generation powertrain is built around liquid hydrogen combustion. Unlike hydrogen fuel cells that generate electricity, this engine still burns fuel inside its cylinders, preserving the explosive character that has always defined the Bugatti. The result is something almost unimaginable: the familiar sound, the brutal acceleration, the mechanical drama, but with nothing coming from the exhaust except water vapor. That alone sounds revolutionary, but Bugatti wouldn't stop there. Hydrogen burns differently from gasoline. It's lighter, hotter, and far more difficult to control at extreme performance levels. To solve this, engineers redesigned the entire combustion process from the ground up. A new titanium alloy engine block dramatically reduces weight while handling enormous thermal loads. Electronically controlled hydrogen injectors fire with microscopic precision, allowing every cylinder to eject hundreds of times every second. Surrounding the engine is an active cooling network built from graphene heat exchangers and micro-channel liquid cooling, technology inspired by aerospace engineering rather than traditional automotive design. But here's where the story becomes even more interesting. One of hydrogen's biggest challenges is in power, its storage. Instead of conventional fuel tanks, the hypercar uses cryogenic carbon composite pressure vessels integrated directly into the chassis structure. The tanks actually strengthen the vehicle while safely storing liquid hydrogen at extremely low temperatures. That means the car remains incredibly rigid without carrying unnecessary weight. And because Bugatti believes performance is more than horsepower, the chassis evolves as well. An AI-controlled suspension predicts road conditions before the wheels even reach them. Every corner, every bump, every braking zone, the suspension, steering, torque distribution, and aerodynamic surfaces work together in milliseconds, constantly reshaping the car's behavior. At 400 kilometers per hour, the body almost seems alive. Active wings extend, cooling channels open, ride height lowers automatically. Even the airflow under the car changes shape to maximize stability. The driver doesn't notice any of it, only absolute confidence. Inside, the cockpit refuses to become another oversized touchscreen. Instead, Bugatti combines handcrafted luxury with invisible technology: precision machined titanium controls, crystal-inspired switchgear, hand-stitched sustainable leather alternatives, augmented reality projected naturally onto the windshield. Every display disappears when it's not needed, allowing the engineering, not the screens, to remain the centerpiece. But perhaps the greatest mystery isn't how this machine works, it's why Bugatti would take such a risk. The answer may lie in history itself. Every generation believed the pinnacle of performance had already been reached. Then, Bugatti rewrote the rules. The Veyron shattered the 400 km/h barrier. The Chiron pushed engineering beyond what experts believed was possible. So maybe the next revolution isn't another 1,000 horsepower. Maybe it's proving that combustion itself still has a future, not powered by oil, but by one of the most abundant elements in the universe: hydrogen. And if Bugatti can make that future feel just as emotional, perhaps the sound of a hypercar will never truly disappear. It will simply evolve. The greatest automotive revolutions don't always begin by replacing the engine. Sometimes they begin by redefining what fuels it. If Bugatti ever revealed a hydrogen-powered combustion hypercar tomorrow, would you choose it over a fully electric hypercar? Tell me what you drive and why in the comments below. And if you enjoy cinematic automotive documentaries exploring the future of engineering, subscribe because the next project we're uncovering might be even more unbelievable than this one.